Turning now to look at your forecast, let's bring in Doppler 10 meteorologist Ross Caruso. Ross, we have that weather alert and the air quality alert in effect for tomorrow. Which areas are going to be hit? And I know we're talking about how bad it gets and for particular groups.
Yeah, it depends. You know, this isn't, a worst case scenario with the air quality alert. This is just enough levels to where it's going to be uncomfortable for sensitive groups. And again, elderly, children, if you have any respiratory illnesses, you're definitely going to want to just limit your time outside. I'm not saying you can't go outside, you can't do anything, you got to stay inside all day long. As much as that sounds great for some people, I know a lot of people got to get outside and do some things. I mean, it is the weekend, but you definitely want to just limit your time outside, especially into the afternoon when it's going to be its hottest. It is July, so typically it feels like it's in the mid to upper 80s too. So a lot of things kind of compiling could cause for some limitations for those groups out there. But the good news is the rain that we had earlier today, that is moving on out pretty much across the state with just a few areas dealing with some heavy showers still, and you can still see some heavy cloud coverage overlooking downtown Columbus, but we have seen some improvements over the past few hours. Right now, 74 degrees, dew points in the low 70s, so very humid. We're not catching a break with the humidity, and of course, some of the rain that we've been looking at, we actually have some fog that's going to be picking up. More so noticeable north and west of Columbus, up towards Kenton. This is in miles, so again, anything over 7 miles is pretty good visibility, but we are starting to see some pockets of perhaps some pretty dense fog setting up in areas. That's going to be mainly for those spots that saw some heavy rain throughout the course of the day. High temperatures, wasn't a very hot day for us, 80 degrees for us here in Columbus, but again, didn't catch much of a break from the humidity. It was still very high in the low 70s for most of us. 85 up towards Youngstown, 86 in Marietta, where the rain was a little bit slower to get to during the course of the day today. And still looking at some rain across central Ohio. We did have a few showers up towards northern parts of Franklin County. That has since diminished since it moved downtown. But just south over towards Pickaway County, had some heavy rain that just passed through Darbyville. That's starting to clear up there, moving right towards Williamsport. We're not picking up any lightning associated with this individual shower, but it is bringing some heavy rain that looks like it will be bringing some lighter rain over towards Circleville. That'll be moving through parts of southern Pickaway County over the next few hours. So the rain pretty much done with, other than just a few isolated spots. We'll continue to see skies, for the most part, clear out above, but near the surface, that's where we could see some patchy dense fog settle in by daybreak for us on Sunday. Temperatures, again, not catching us much of a break. We'll then start to see the wind shift a little bit out of the west, and again, that's where we're going to start to see some of the haziness into the skies pick up. Also, small chance for a few pop-up showers or storms going into the afternoon and evening. Otherwise, mainly dry for us as we head into your Sunday evening. Temperatures, though, will be flirting with the mid to upper 80s as well. So again, it is going to be hot, hazy, and humid for us, although things will be clearing up as we head into the night. As far as the smoke with the wildfires, I wouldn't be surprised if that were to linger into Monday as well. So tomorrow's looking like on paper a pretty nice day, but it will be some hazy sunshine. And again, just be smart when it comes to these air quality alerts. You would just want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, your friends, family, and loved ones. So check in on them. And again, definitely a day where you don't want to be spending all afternoon cutting the grass out there, although I wouldn't blame you considering how much rain we saw through the earlier part of the day. Tomorrow might be your only chance, but again, on these air quality alert days, you definitely want to be smart, and especially when the heat indices are going to be flirting with 90 degrees. It is going to be pretty toasty for us. And then beyond that, going into Monday, we're going to see another chance of rain coming to town. It's looking like we'll see a wave come through into the morning, something to keep an eye out for the morning commute. Doesn't look to be as intense as what's going to be reserved for the second half of the day on Monday. That's going to be primarily into the afternoon and evening hours. We're not looking at any widespread potential for severe weather, something we'll keep a close eye on, but some storms nonetheless looking like they'll be fairly active during the evening commute going into Monday. So starting things early into the week with some showers and storms revisiting. But again, the main thing with the air quality alert tomorrow, again, just avoiding any strenuous activity outside, especially for those sensitive groups. And then looking like we'll catch a break from the rain, the humidity, and hopefully the wildfire smoke Tuesday into the midweek.